I do need to talk about this subject for a second because it comes to mind. I think in the country we find ourselves living in is that we're finding ourselves in the midst of a very cold, hard, callous, cruel, and indifferent type of spirit in this country. That's the reason why I read the Torah. I follow the Torah. I follow the Bible. I do. I follow the scriptures. I found out it is a lot of peace in my life. I think what disturbs me more than anything is that there are 26 states in the union here. That is a crime to literally feed the homeless. Did you hear what I said? If you want to know the character of a country and a nation, watch how it treats its poor. That tells you exactly what type of country we are. America is a nation of greed. And given the environment that we find ourselves in, that none of the politicians or the presidents that come on the scene, none of them can seem to balance the budget, nor do they ever seem to have the stomach to do it in the first place. But we have went from the greatest creditor nation in the whole entire world to the greatest debtor nation in the whole world. I don't agree with anybody or the sentiment of anyone that thinks that the homeless should starve in this country, whether you believe them to be freeloaders. I don't know what position you may have adopted, whether you think that they are a menace to society or oxygen takers or they do not deserve to live. Everybody, and this is the sentiment I keep thinking, I keep saying to myself over and over again because I read the Bible. Everybody in America deserves to live in dignity. And do you know that if it wasn't for the greed of a few people in this world, that everybody in the whole entire world could actually have a home, a literal home? But because man is so unjust and so greedy, they become so prideful, they begin to look down on others and they begin to abuse them. The Bible teaches us, even us Israelites, it teaches us that when we plant a field, you're supposed to not harvest all the food. You're supposed to actually leave the edges of the field so that the poor may come and glean them, so that they can have something to eat. Everybody just simply is just not doing well in this society. And our government has failed us. We're bankrupt as a country. $20 trillion in debt. And soon they're going to cancel the EBT cards. We're something like some $250 trillion in debt, considering Medicaid, Medicare, and all these other unfunded liabilities. Man, I tell you, I know one thing. When we grow a garden, every year when we grow a garden, if anybody comes at our front gate and they ask for food, we give it to them. And the saints, when they come, they bring bags. They take produce home and they cook, and you wouldn't believe how much that it curves the grocery bill when you have produce, fresh produce, squash, green beans, string beans, okra, tomatoes, paste tomatoes, cantaloupe, watermelon, corn, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries. Now I go on and on. Collard greens, turnip greens, onions, sweet potatoes, kale. Oh man, I'm just naming some of the stuff that we grow here on Atlantic Straightway. Fresh eggs. I mean, when you can get stuff like this and you can be a brother and sister, you can be neighborly towards the people that are around you. We don't charge up here. If anybody does something for you in this town, they want to charge you. They ain't giving you nothing. They want to charge you for everything. And the Bible teaches us that we have our reward whenever we want to saddle everybody with some type of payment in order to get rid of our junk and stuff. No, we give it away. We give it away. We eat it. We eat a lot of can it. And we're blessed for it, both naturally and physically. Naturally, spiritually, and physically. But it's just a sad thing how we're going in this country. I'm going to leave you with this statement. I'm going to say it again. You know what type of character a country has by how it treats its poor. Man.